Welcome back to Mrs. Kate's YouTube channel. Today we're going to be discussing the theory of global warming. First, let's discuss our learning objectives for today. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain how the greenhouse effect works and to describe why scientists believe that human activity is causing global warming. As you watch, please fill in your guided notes on page 25 in your workbook. You will receive a homework quiz during the next class to check how well you understood this material, so please pay attention. First, let's review. In class, we talked about the difference between a fact and a theory. A fact is a piece of information that we know to be true. Everyone agrees. There's no debate over facts. We know that they're true. A theory is different. A theory is a piece of information that we think might be true. But some people are going to disagree over whether or not it's true. Some people might say, yes, it is. Other people might say, no, it's not. So there's some disagreement. One such theory is the theory of global warming. This theory tries to explain why the climate is heating up. And the theory is based on three key ideas about global warming. First, it says that Earth's climate is getting warmer. The average temperature on Earth is increasing, and scientists estimate that this is approximately 2 degrees Celsius so far. The second key idea is that this warming trend, which is a change over time, is caused by human activity, not natural causes. So not only is the climate getting warmer, but it's because of something that people have done. And that's an important thing to remember. Third, in addition to the idea that the Earth is getting warmer and that people have caused it, scientists who support the theory of global warming think that global warming is harmful to people and to biomes, these large ecosystems. Therefore, because it's harmful, we must stop it. So, according to the theory, Earth is getting warmer. So how does this happen? And how does it happen if it's caused by human activity? Now, this is what the greenhouse effect tries to explain. A greenhouse is a building that looks like this one, in which people try to grow plants. Now, the idea behind a greenhouse is that sunlight and heat can go into it, but once the heat goes in, it traps it. So you can essentially grow plants outside in this greenhouse even during the cold winter months. So here's another picture. You can see inside the greenhouse. And a greenhouse kind of works the same way as if you were to leave your car outside in the hot Saudi sun all day. When you get into the car at the end of the day, you can feel that the inside has trapped all of that heat. That's how a greenhouse effect works as well. So the greenhouse effect that affects our Earth works the same way as a greenhouse. It traps warmth inside the atmosphere to heat up the Earth. And it's important to remember that this is a natural process. Without the greenhouse effect, Earth would not be nearly as warm as it is right now. So it's important that this is a natural process. I'm going to be asking you that on your exam, so please keep that in mind. But the problem is that people have changed this natural process. What's happening to our planet now is no longer totally natural, and we're going to see why that is in a minute. So the greenhouse effect works because of gases in the atmosphere. There are three common types of gases: carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor. So I want to explain how the greenhouse effect works. First, let's picture our world. We have some grass, we have the sun, and we have some gases that are in the sky, right? There are three different gases that I've shown you here, and these are the three greenhouse gases. The light blue color is oxygen, O2. The purple color is NH4, that's methane. And the dark blue is carbon dioxide, CO2. So all of these gases naturally exist in our atmosphere as it is. And the sun, as you know, shines down, and it shines rays of sunlight coming down into the earth. Some of this sunlight is absorbed into the ground, but actually a lot of it isn't. A lot of it bounces right back. And some of it actually goes right back out into outer space. But because of the greenhouse effect, because of these gases push some of the sunlight back down and keep it here on Earth. They keep some of this energy, this warmth. And so this is how the greenhouse effect keeps the Earth warmer than it would be otherwise. I think you read in your textbook that without the greenhouse effect, the temperature of the Earth would be well below freezing at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Whereas with the greenhouse effect, it's approximately, on average, 59 degrees Fahrenheit worldwide. And this is because of the greenhouse effect. These gases send sunlight back into Earth instead of letting it escape out into outer space. So what would happen if we add more of these greenhouse gases? More carbon dioxide, more methane, more oxygen. We have the same amount of sunlight coming in and the same amount bouncing off of our grass, but instead of escaping to go to outer space, now we have more of this sunlight getting reflected back down to Earth. And that's what causes the temperature to increase. If you have more sunlight staying inside Earth's atmosphere, more energy, naturally it's going to cause it to get warmer. So this is how the greenhouse effect works. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, So right now in your workbooks, I would like you to take a minute and write the definition of the greenhouse effect in your own words. And I've added here to demonstrate that this keeps the Earth warm. That's an important thing to remember. You might want to explain that something about sunlight, something about the gases, and you may want to also highlight that this is a natural process and that Earth would be very cold without it. If you would like to pause this video, you may do so. So unfortunately, greenhouse gas levels are rising. And this is because of burning fossil fuels. We have 3 different types of fossil fuels. These are coal, oil, and natural gas. Fossil fuels are they're things that are found deep in the earth, left over from prehistoric times. And when we burn them, as we'll see, there are some benefits to people. So when we burn fossil fuels, one thing that we get is energy. But at the same time, we also get some carbon. That's what fossil fuels are composed of. It's energy and carbon. So when we burn them, we get both of these things separated. And carbon goes into the air to produce a byproduct called carbon dioxide. Now, what are some activities that produce carbon dioxide? We've talked about them somewhat in our geography class, but these are things like factories after the Industrial Revolution. This is driving cars, all of the carbon dioxide that goes into our atmosphere because of driving cars. So when we burn these fossil fuels, burning oil, burning coal, it produces this extra carbon dioxide, and this extra carbon dioxide goes into the air. And this is what causes the greenhouse effect to make our world even warmer than it would otherwise be. And so in this sense, it is human activity that people think is causing the Earth to get warmer. That human activity is causing global warming. So now you should have a basic understanding of what the greenhouse effect is and why people think that human activity is causing the Earth to get warmer. If you have questions about this concept, please bring them to class. We're going to be discussing this over the next several weeks. As always, thank you for doing your homework, and I will see you in class.